بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
Interpretation of the Holy Quran.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. With the help of Allah, we have started to have a brief interpretation of Quran, and we reach to chapter Balad. Please listen to the verse 5 to 7.
أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد يقول أهلكت مالا لبدا أيحسب أن لم يره أحد.
Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala says, أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد. Does he think that no one has power over him? يقول أهلكت مالا لبدا. He shall say, I have wasted much wealth. أيحسب أن لم يره أحد. Does he think that no one sees him? What does labad means when Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala says, يقول أهلكت مال اللبدا. Labad means mass of wool. It is said to anything that it is a lot, but in the word originally, it says to the mass of wool. أهلكت مال اللبدا. I have destroyed and wasted a lot of wealth. They said it refers to Umar ibn Abdul when in the holy war Khandaq, he was there and he said that I have wasted a lot of money and a lot of wealth to destroy Islam, but I couldn't do that. It is narrated in Tafsir Surah. So, أهلكت مال اللبدا, it means I have destroyed a lot of wealth. يقول أهلكت مال اللبدا. We will understand from this that any spending money, any works that we do and Allah will not be mixed in it, at the end we will understand and recognize that it is wasted. Sometimes our time, our energy, and most of the time is our wealth. If we don't use it in a proper way, in the way to make Allah happy, at the end we will find out that it is wasted. Maybe today we say only we enjoy it, but the day of reckoning we understand that it is wasted. أيحسب أن لم يره أحد. Allah says there are certain people, they think that nobody has power over them and nobody watches them. He wants to say that be sure that Allah has authority and power over you, and He is the one who watches you all the time. We have watcher. أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد. أيحسب أن لم يره أحد. He wants to emphasize that anything that you do, your activity, spending money and your energy, without having a connection to Allah, definitely is losing, and it is vanity. Because at the end you will understand that there is no result for that. It's like a person that spends millions of dollars, but at the end of the week, he will understand that he has nothing. In the time of playing a gambling, he was enjoying. But at the end of the week, he will see that only consequences of that is there. It means money is not there, But the problem, of course, is there. So in such a time, we say only this is losing. When you are in front of Allah, we should be humble. If we have something that we must be sure that Allah has offered us, and this is a blessing of Allah. This is not something that we achieved. This is something that He has given to us because of His mercy, not because we deserve. يقول أهلكت مال اللبدا. If we spend money, even if we help poor people, if we build hospitals, if we help the community, if we have no good intention, none of them is going to help us in the day of judgment. Because for Allah, quality is very important, not quantity. Maybe a person will spend millions of dollars but with bad intention because he wanted to add more and he was so greedy. So he spent a lot of money and at the end he lost. Of course, he didn't achieve anything. But one person spent $100, $10 because of God. Allah says, this is the person who saved something for himself. So any place, in anything we spend money without good intention, of course, it's not going to help us. And at the end, we are going to acknowledge that this is wasting. As Allah says, يَقُولُ أَهْلَكْتُ مَالَ اللُّبَدَى. It is for a person who spent a lot of money. At the end, he acknowledged that he wasted all that money. أَلَمْ نَجْعَلْ لَهُ عَيْنَيْنِ. Please listen to the verse 8 and 9.
ألم نجعل له عينين ولسانا وشفتين.
Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, أَلَمْ نَجْعَلْ لَهُ عَيْنَيْنِ. Did we not assign unto him two eyes, وَلِسَانًا وَشَفَتَيْنِ, and a tongue and two lips? In last verse, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, أَيَحْسَبُ أَن لَمْ يَرَهُ أَحَدٌ. Does this person or do this group of people think that nobody watches them? After that, immediately, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, أَلَمْ نَجْعَلْ لَهُ عَيْنَيْنِ. We didn't assign for him two eyes. It means how it is possible that we gave him the eyes to see other people, to see the city, the country, and everything, and we cannot see him? He blamed those people who neglect Allah in their life. Then Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, أَلَمْ نَجْعَلْ لَهُ عَيْنَيْنِ وَلِسَانًا وَشَفَتَيْنِ. We didn't assign for him two eyes and one tongue, وَشَفَتَيْنِ, two lips. It is very important and it worth to pay more attention to these few words. Allah emphasized on eyes and after that lips and tongues. If we focus on the role of these issues, maybe for a long time or even in our life, we didn't think properly about these blessings of Allah. What is the role of eyes? What about if we didn't have it? What does He do for us? And the tongue, what is the role of tongue? What about if we didn't have it? The lips the same. I'm going to talk about these blessings of Allah a little more. About the eyes, when Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, أَلَمْ نَجْعَلْ لَهُ عَيْنَيْنِ, it means why you don't think, why people will not think about the eyes, that we have put it in a hole and somewhere that the bone is around it, as it is protected by bones. And it is made from fat. You know the eyes is made from fat. And also the tears, it is full of tears because fat, salty tears, salty water. Because the fat without salty will be spoiled immediately, so fast. Allah says, I have made eyes, I have protected by the bones. I have put it in a special place that is protected by the bones. And also there is around that salty teardrop, but this is not pure. It is mixed with the like salty. When I say salty, it doesn't mean the salt is over there, but it is salty to protect the eyes. And also eyelashes there as a doorkeeper for the eyes, and also eyelid is as a shield for the eyes. Then I have protected also by eyebrow as a sunshade for that. When we think properly about the eyes, we will see that every day it will capture thousands of pictures without changing film, and also there is no need for any adjustment. Any camera that you have to adjust it. It is in the sun, or it is dark, it is light, for example, it is sunny day, or there is a, for example, cloudy day. But the eyes will take a picture immediately, constantly, one after another, without any adjustment. And there is no need for changing the film. And it is a blessing of Allah. When we think about the eyes, we will see that this is a tool of sentiment. It means through the eyes you will recognize that this person loves you. Through his eyes. By the eyes we will show our love to other person, or sometimes by our eyes we will show that we dislike it. Through the eyes also we indicate our surprise, our manner. Sometimes we see another person in such a way that he will understand, the another person will understand that we give a respect. The eyes is a tool that we will understand the beauty and love through that. If the eyes is beauty, we say this person is very handsome and very beautiful lady, wonderful eyes. And also we understand the love through the eyes. Sometimes we say, I look at her and I fell in love. This is a blessing of Allah, that Allah has put the beauty in the eyes. The eyes is a very, very good link of making connection to the world out of ourselves, to any nation, any person, any nationality. Through the eyes, we can make a connection when we see them. When we talk about the tongue is playing very important role. Tongue is a tool of making connection with other people, other nation, other nationality. It is the best tool, and we can say also very simple tool to make a connection and exchange. Exchange like social exchange, cultural exchange with other nations through the tongue when we talk to them. At the same time that it is a tool of public relation, it is something that we can say it is free of charge. We don't spend money for that. If you want to have a connection to any person, either through phone, cell phone, internet, anything, you are spending money. But through your tongue, it is free, as Allah pays. Allah says, okay, use it by me, I guarantee. Allah says two eyes. Alam naj'al lahu aynayn. Why two eyes? The scholar says, by one eye, we cannot understand the level of depth or the level of distance. The level of distance, how far is it, or how deep it is, something, anything, we can understand by two eyes, not by one eye. So Allah says, Alam naj'al lahu aynayn. We didn't make it two eyes for you. Then, when we look at the eyes, we will understand that it is playing very good role for the beauty of the people. It will make a connection and attract another person. When we think about the tongue and lips, we will see that they should work together. When they are working together, they make a different languages. Have you thought about 500 different languages? When tongue and lips are working together, they make a different accents, different languages, and they talk very nice. This is a power of Allah, and this is a miracle of Allah, that by tongue and lips we will understand the taste. They say by each side of the tongue we understand some taste. It is salty, or it is sweet, or something else, or bitter, for example. We understand by the different parts of the tongue. And also, the tongue is cleaning the mouth. Between the teeth, the tongue is the one who sweep everything. Tongue is checking every bite of the food that you will take it, if there is a bone in it or not. And it is sweep, and also by working, cooperating between tongue and lips, we can blow air, we can also suck milk or anything we want when they are working together, and also we chew the food that we are eating. So we will understand that eyes, lips, and tongues are helping a lot, that if one of them will not work properly, we are going to have really problems. We can use them in a good way, and they will be as the blessings of Allah, and if we use them in a wrong way, they are going to cause the punishment for us. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, Alam naj'al lahu aynayn. It means if you as a people think about these creatures, you will understand who is your Lord and who is the one that gave you all these blessings. When Allah says, Alam naj'al lahu aynayn, He wants to emphasize that we, with our nature, we understand the blessings of Allah and His ability and power. But sometimes we don't use our conscience. As it is dead, He wants to awaken it. So He says, I didn't do that. It means you use your intellect and your conscience, and you find out by yourself. We ask Allah to help us. When we see the blessings of Allah, we appreciate Him, and we will be thankful people in our life. Thank you very much for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.